few months ago, I shared my Lucky Bamboo Betta Tank video with you, and since then I've really been struggling to try to get this thing properly balanced. My nitrates are still reading high, still doing a lot of water changes, so I thought I would try adding some small house plants to help keep those nitrates in check, hopefully. And so this would be a good opportunity for us to talk about 5 houseplants in particular that would be great for a nano tank. Now, I'm using a 10-gallon tank here, but these houseplants are small enough that they can be grown out of a 5-gallon size tank or even smaller. So let's head out to the greenhouse right now. We'll pick out our plants, bring them back inside, and talk more about them. Okay, out to the greenhouse on this dreary, rainy afternoon. All right, let's see what we got here. Actually have a 10-gallon tank here in the greenhouse that I'm propagating some houseplants in, and some of these we're going to pick out to use for the riparium inside. I have a larger tank over here. Might pick some smaller plants out there too. So let's start here and see what we got. Definitely going to try using some of this Maranta prayer plant. A lot of people refer to it as. It's started to root, so it might be a good candidate to feed on some of the excess nutrients. Oh, this one's really starting to root pretty well. Still some old ones on there, but a lot of new ones also, so that's good. Okay, so we got the Maranta. Might as well grab a Fittonia. This one's been here for a while, so it has all of its newly adapted roots to feed on the water. So that might make a good one. I have plant Monstera adansonii. Is much smaller than the larger variety of Monstera. Fittonia, prayer plant. Let's look over here now. I definitely want to try out some of this polka dot plant. Got a whole bunch of them here. Let's see. Oh man, these things have really rooted in to the lava rocks. Man, look at those. Look at those roots, man. Now, I have a ton of duckweed, as you can see, in most of my containers in here. So it's going to be inevitable that we will transfer some duckweed, but that's okay. I don't mind it too much. Polka dot plants. That's 3 varieties. Well, plant number 5 is actually already inside. It's in my son's room. So after we set our 4 plants, 3 plants, however many I'm going to use, in the Betta fish tank, then we'll go to my son's room and we'll talk about plant number 5. Okay, we're back inside, and here are the troubled waters. You can see a outbreak, I guess you'd call it, of the brown algae. And the nitrates are still pretty high, so I added some frog bit, hoping that will cut down on the nitrates. But like I said earlier, I thought I'd go ahead and add some of these smaller house plants, and it'd be a good opportunity for us to talk here about houseplants for nano tanks. So I've got the prayer plant in there. Now this is definitely going to be one of the larger nano plant or nano tank houseplants. And like we said earlier, you can use the Monstera adansonii, and I'm not using this Monstera in the tank, but just kind of give you an idea. The leaves are going to get slightly bigger, but it's going to be more of a vining plant. So this would be kind of the equivalent of growing a Monstera deliciosa in a 75-gallon tank. All right, so our Fittonia, love to see those roots, man. Hopefully those will really help out. Kind of stuff it down in the planter here. Now this is a large Fittonia. I don't know if that's going to work in the planter. I'll just use the planter as a way to prop up the plant, and that way the roots can reach down in the back. This is a large Fittonia. There are smaller ones that you can use that the leaves stay smaller. I do have actually a red one out in the greenhouse. It just was not ready, did not have it was not adapted yet with the new roots. So that's why I went ahead and used the larger one. And our polka dot plant, which I love because it comes in a variety of colors, and you can get multiple colors in one container when you're buying it at the store. So definitely like to see that. And this makes a good filler plant. You kind of use it, like, see, there's kind of some empty space here around the Maranta. Well, you can just add it in here. Just maybe take 2 hands to really do it well. Anyway, you can just kind of add it in there and it fills in that empty space. There's 4 of the Nano Tank plants on our list today. Now let's go to my son's room and we'll talk about number 5. Okay, here we are in my son's room. This is his riparium. I've actually featured this in one of my earlier videos as well. So I do have Fittonia growing in here as a foreground plant, but I've also got purple waffle plant. That's a really cool color pattern. You get the purple and white together. Good variegation. Now I did have 3 in here, but the other 2 got shaded out by this Neanthobella palm, and I think I may end up having to remove this one as well before it gets shaded out and dies. But it has been hanging in pretty well despite the lack of the light. So that is going to be plant number 5 right there, purple waffle plant. So that's kind of the quick and dirty version of the 5 house plants for nano tanks. Now at some point in the future I will definitely be making a video on a nano tank build, and we can focus more on the aquascaping and things like that, as well as using our house plants as part of our plant design. Thank you for watching today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button and then share and all that stuff. So thank you for your support. Thanks for watching. And until next time, remember, it's all about the plants.